host, Eric Forsetter. As always, thank you for watching another great edition of the EQ Video Tip. Before we jump in, let's review the goals of EQ Video Tip. What's on tap for today? Well, we're going to talk about resolutions. Typically, we talk about New Year's resolutions that fail or don't succeed. We're going to just talk about resolutions in general. And this comes to us from one of our favorites, Eric Barker, who talks to us about how 88% of people fail to achieve their New Year's resolution, or any resolution for that matter. Why is it? Because we say that I'm going to have the willpower to do this resolution, but in fact, we can't actually do it. So what do we need to do? Well, Eric has some great tips for us on how to make this happen. Let's jump in and review some of those tips. Tip number 1, singular. Pick one resolution. It's typical what I say when I give my EQ talks. Pick one thing and do it well for a month, then make it a habit. Make that ritual become something you do every day. What we end up doing typically is saying, I'm going to be a master chef and a great person who does yoga, and I'm going to run a marathon, and I'm going to write a book all in next week. Guess what? We're not a fictional TV character or a movie character. It's not the Matrix where it gets loaded into your brain automatically. You have to put the time in and the effort, and you have to make it a habit day by day. So maybe you say, hey, I'm going to start working out more. So every day I'm going to start by taking a 20-minute walk or doing push-ups or going for a run. Slowly build onto that, then maybe you can conquer something like a marathon. Or if you want to become a better writer, hey, I'm going to take a class once a week, or I'm going to write my journal. Whatever it is, focus on the singular. When you do that, you will get to the bigger goal. Tip number 2, stop fantasizing. Well, yeah, it's great to have dreams, but if you just dream all the time, nothing's going to happen. You have to actually think of something besides fantasizing. So when you have this great goal for yourself, it's okay to fantasize, write down what you want it to be, but then stop fantasizing. So what should you do instead? That's actually tip number 3. So think about this. Fantasize, get that dream, but then go on to tip number 3. Tip number 3, make a plan. Think about it this way. If you want to be healthier or you want to work out every day, make a plan for it. Say, I'm going to spend 10 minutes a day walking more, or I'm going to eat more vegetables a day. Not that I'm just going to eat healthier, or hey, I'm going to be a healthier person. Figure out a plan. I'm going to lift weights once, twice, 3 times a week, and I'm going to go for a run 3 times a week. Whatever it is, formulate a plan of what you do. When you have a plan written down, you'll actually follow through on it, and make sure you have a schedule set up so you can actually act on that plan. This way, the resolution will come true. Last tip, minimal viable effort. What do we mean by this? Well, you need to make a habit, but it has to be something that you're able to do. If it's, hey, I'm going to do 300 push-ups a day, you're probably not going to do that from the get-go. But maybe if it's you set the goal at 10, it becomes a habit. Every morning you wake up, you do your 10 push-ups, or you write in your journal, or you read your book, or whatever it is that you need to do. Make that minimal viable effort into a habit. When you do so, now you're creating a ritual for yourself to fulfill that resolution. That's a wrap for this week's EQ Video Tip. Hopefully these tips will help you grow. And again, watch the second part next week when we talk about the second half of Eric Barker's How to Make Resolutions Successful as well.